And right to the left, there's the street that, in my opinion, is the most beautiful one in Helsinki. Actually, there are two streets. It leads to the marketplace directly. Esplanade. This is the southern Esplanade, then there's the park in between, and then there's the northern Esplanade on the north side.
Produced from biomass-based options. So we have a database of possible chemicals which are not the conventional ones, but will go to the same, maybe the same outlet. So, for example, I think our database will show that you can make ethylene in certain quantities from biomass-based sources. In another sense, it will show you that succinic acid is replacement-based sources. So these sorts of things, I think, will become more important, and it goes beyond reaching those terms. I think that's the background. I'd like to hand over to Steve now, who's going to talk to you, introduce the toolbox in general terms, and I'm going to ask the researchers to go through each section and explain them in more detail.
So I joined TESS a year ago, coming from agrochemical business area before. I heard about TESS when I joined, it's very interesting to learn more about the project.
Monsieur Chiaraposti from Finland.
We've only met over the web, I'm sorry.
Yes. I joined Finland 5 months ago, so I'm new and I'm very interested in this kind of project.
Good. Welcome back. I was chairman back until 12 months ago, and sitting on the TESS. Worked for the task force. We have met on the web.
We've met here as well.
Primarily been involved in the development and now the implementation of the REACH regulation.
Thank you.
Maria Viviana Lansford, I work at the university, and I've been involved in the REACH legislation part of the TESS website. I've been with the university for a year and a half, and I also been during that time that I was in the department I'm working that we also have a postgraduate certificate in REACH management. So I've been involved in REACH management site.
I am Mona Bakri. I work for the University of Finland as well, and I am a postdoc in chemical department, and I'm a TESS member, and in my work on board I use TESS.
That I hope will be useful. The purpose of today, as we've said, is really, particularly this morning, is to focus on explaining to you what we've been doing with the toolbox and describe the toolbox. Just from an administrative point of view, in a few minutes' time, when we wrote the project, to deal with REACH, to deal with some of the problems that arise from REACH to do with chemical toxicology, if I can get this mouse thing to work. And that, Muna will go on to explain, is about 3 particular areas that are to do with various forms of toxicology. And then about sustainable supply chains, and how we can look at, as a result of the work that happens in the first two, how we can pilot new products through and evaluate them in a simple way. And if you want to go to a website, this is where you would go, and what it will look like when you come into the website is what we've got up here. Now throughout today we're going to use two different screens. The presentations that we'll make will be on this one, and all of the website links will be on this one. It just makes life a bit easier for us as mechanics.